I can
Okay.
start it now.
Yeah,
I
let
was
it
just
rip.
kind of rounding off.
Let's go through some gratitude. Let's go through some gratitude before we
Yeah,
get here.
definitely.
I'm grateful that you take it away first.
Well, I'm grateful. I'm actually grateful for the whiteboards here now with minimal notes, but it's nice
It's
topic
minimal.
headline, like just kind of keeps me on track
We're kind
because
of learning how to take it down a notch.
I am grateful that you have patience with me learning how to do all this.
I'm grateful that we just keep getting through this and learning from it. I
Yeah.
mean, we're, we're here. It's episode 12.
Definitely, we are here, and welcome to another episode of Plantspiration Unplugged. We're John and Stefanie Ignafo, founders of Plantspiration. That's the nonprofit we started to help people go plant-based for their health, the animals, and the planet.
That's
Okay.
right.
Hmm.
People know us for losing 250 pounds as a family and reversing a slew of our own chronic diseases. But now people know us for starting Plantspiration and helping tons of people prevent and
Yeah.
reverse disease too, reaching and teaching all over the world. We're grateful for everybody to be here today.
Yeah.
Remember to like, subscribe, share. I'm pumped.
Definitely share.
I'm
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. And thank you, everybody, for taking the time to even listen to this.
Right.
I
Taking the time to comment and to really,
It means so
it
much to
does
hear
mean a
it.
lot. I mean, we got some great
You got the
stuff.
comments with you?
I have.
I
I
talked
have
about it. I was
mine.
like, maybe
Yeah.
we'll talk a little bit about the comments in here. But what I wanted to do this week was let's wait to kind of talk to break down the let's wait until we get in here to break down the week. You know, we're
Oh
still
yeah.
trying to find our rhythm. We're still trying to find
Hmm.
like what we just want to have fun while we're in here. That's
Definitely.
what that's
I'm
about.
just learning how to have fun with a microphone in my face.
Are you having fun? Are you
I
having
am
fun?
having fun. I am.
So
It's a little nerve-wracking, but
what?
I have
Oh, you've got
show notes.
you, we've got the notes. We're gonna. Hey,
Just I need a little topic, a little something. There's so much goodness going on. It's like, what do we
there
talk
is.
about? Seriously.
Exactly. And then it's hard because I'm like, don't talk to me about it. Don't
Yeah.
talk to me about it.
I'm like,
Then you think
fine.
I'm not exactly. You think I'm not wanting to talk about it, but I'm really trying to find like I get excited when we talk about this stuff. So then I'm like, wait, hold on, just wait till this weekend.
Yeah.
Then we change the date. So we're recording
Yeah.
on a different day,
Yeah. Let's change it up.
changing it up so we have a day where we're actually not thinking about
Hmm.
so you can focus on your work and I can
Yeah.
focus
No, this is great. Yeah.
on my
Have
work.
a whole day to do whatever you need to do and take care of
Let me ask
besides
you,
this or that or anything food related.
don't you think it's all about blocking out time? You
It
hear,
is definitely all about blocking out time, and
hear me talk.
I'm telling you, yeah,
Do you block out time?
I am starting to now because I really noticed this week at work.
Where are you blocking it out? Like,
Be
where are you putting that?
no, I just started really making lists because
Oh, I like this.
seriously, there's like 5 or 6 benches, in front of all the different CNC machines and grinders and stuff. And I noticed there was a project on every bench, and I'm like, oh man, I got to work on this. Then I turn around, oh geez, I got to get this done. And then it was like, I just like, you know what? I'm going right now to get a pad of paper and write down all the stuff I need to do.
Are you telling me you've been running around trying to categorize and prioritize and take care of all that stuff in your head?
Yeah.
No wonder you're having a hard time.
Running 2 businesses,
Yeah,
two machine shops. And I mean, one is like who's super,
I didn't realize that you weren't like,
like multi-million dollar company tool room and stuff. And
yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I should probably use a list or something now.
What made you start thinking about that?
I only started thinking about or started writing a list so I can feel the good when I check it off on a list. It's
Are you
really,
being a smart aleck right
I
now?
am really kind of not. I mean, I gotta have my stuff written down, of course, but I think about that. Well, once I get it done, I can mark it off. That's a good feeling. I've just now realized
I love that. Well,
that.
I'm looking at him like, are you kidding me right now?
Well, you didn't want to talk during the week, so you're getting it all now.
This is what, well, you hear me say it all the time, and it's truly because of
Hmm.
how I feel about it. I
Yeah, I've
mean,
seen you building a business here, a global plant inspiration, helping people around the world.
I had to have a list.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
There are lists everywhere. I mean, posted stuck on the mirrors. There's stuff on
That's not
everywhere.
a list. That's inspiration on
Oh,
my
those
mirror.
are inspiration. Yeah, but
Turn me down a little bit. I feel,
it's a list of
am I
good.
too sparky? Oh, that sounded cool.
Just,
Oh, how about that?
we'll
Oh,
just
that
watch.
feels a little bit,
Is that
no,
better?
a little bit louder.
Okay.
How do I sound, you guys? I
She,
wish that
you,
somebody could tell us.
yeah,
We need production.
you sound good. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, we need an engineer kind of dude.
But we were not going to wait for all those perfect pieces to come into place, and
No,
that is it too quiet?
I wouldn't be doing it.
No, I
You
think
know,
this is better.
we need somebody to.
We need somebody to do that. So let me ask you this.
That'd be fun.
That's an inspirational quote on my mirror. On any
Oh yeah,
mirrors is going to be an
yeah.
inspirational quote.
I know.
That's more like positive. But
I know.
I'm guilty of lists, and I need to make a new list each week of all the like it
Oh
gets
yeah.
compiled.
Oh yeah. It's
I
these
mean, there's
note
personal list.
cards, these big note cards.
I'm a big five
Those are
by
everywhere.
seven.
Those are
I'm
pretty
a big
big.
5 by 7, or is it 4 by 7?
5 by 8 or something. I don't know.
They're
It's
pretty
pretty big.
big, and then they're color coded.
Hmm.
Well, because they have. Well,
Yeah,
I've got
I
a.
can't even figure out the color coding yet.
There isn't. There isn't any order. I'm just trying to build one in. Like maybe green always for the grocery store, purple always for class nights. It's just like I'm trying, you got to kind of trial and error.
Find your rhythm or
You got to
whatever.
find your rhythm. Let me ask you this now that you've got a list and you're feeling more organized.
Hmm.
Did it help?
Yeah, it made me realize I really do have a lot to do.
Is this why you said it? Listen, this is happening right in front of everybody, which is the beauty of
What
this.
happened?
Our desire to inspire rolled
Hmm.
right into this podcast of
Oh yeah,
we're going to do something that we've never done. We're going to get good at it. We're going to reach our goals, go into
yeah,
the top, get more people healthy, all because of listening to stuff like this. So you made a list this week. You took it in. He came to me and he said, I think we should try it on a Saturday. Maybe I'll be less stressed out.
yeah.
We don't like stress. And
Right.
the whole point is we're learning how to manage it through not just breathing or meditation or exercise,
Hmm.
but really reassessing the situation. Because if you're
Yeah.
stressing out, we got to do something different.
Well, definitely, this is just going to work out better. Makes more
Why were
sense.
you stressed out?
Well, talking about not, or just, I've had so much in my head that I need to do, so it's like hard to focus on just talking,
You
just
have
having a
to have a
podcast.
list. It's like a
Yeah.
brain dump. And I've talked about that. Like,
Uh-huh.
if you don't bring, so if you're at home and you're wondering what we're talking about, just get a piece of paper and start dumping all your thoughts out. You need to do an oil change. You need to go grocery shopping. I want to try the lasagna. I forgot I needed to clean this. I should probably start getting this ready for my next project. I forgot about that email. I mean, this can go, I'm going to be talking Monday about. Never mind about that. Let's back it up. So if we don't have, I'm already thinking, my list is already making me think about what I have to do
Oh,
next.
wait.
So the list is important to me. And when you
Hmm.
cross it off, you literally get a hit of dopamine, like you
Yeah.
accomplished something.
Okay.
So even if you already did the dishes and you're here right now, write
Hmm.
down on that list, do the dishes and cross it off
Yeah.
and see what I'm talking about.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I could like backtrack with things
It
that I've done and
it's what you could do it and it's going to make you
I
feel
know.
good.
That's awesome.
So we're in here on a different day.
Hmm.
I think this is great, and thank you for suggesting it, by the way. I wanted to ask you something since
Hmm.
we finally are in here. What was the highlight of your week? I've been waiting to get in here to ask you what was the highlight of your week on the spot.
Um, actually, I we just talked about it. Really getting, just making the list of all the little projects really helped me.
That has to feel good.
Yeah, it made me feel like I really have more control of what's going on. Hey man, there's a lot of tools to make, working at the company down the road.
I'm glad that you're doing that because it
And
matters.
then the stress really was like when we would record on Sunday, it's like I didn't have like a full day in my shop to really knock out some work.
And it's broken up too. I know it's like hard to stop working and start working.
Yeah,
So
it's hard. I can't
then you've
like.
got this over you. Like, let me get
Mhm.
this done. I mean, and then the whole point is we want to make it fun. We're having fun. Like,
Right.
we have a lot of fun when we're talking throughout the week, but there's a lot. This week was busy.
Yeah, it
I didn't
was
even have
really
time
busy.
to,
Yeah, you had a excellent. Yeah.
well, I didn't have time to even market the classes. I didn't have time to, get the reels out for a certain,
Well,
for
I guess. Well, let me preface that with how was your week?
you never gave me the highlight of yours.
I no,
Oh,
it
you
was
said the
making the
list.
list. Yeah, I feel like I
True.
have stuff more controlled at my
My
day job.
my highlight was e- every day there's a
I
highlight. I
know it's hard
can't.
to pick it out because you're helping people like
I'm just
really.
My highlight was the Legume Award from the
Yes,
Physicians
yes,
Committee.
you
That was,
did. You earned a prestigious award
I'm humbled.
for teaching 1,553 or 58.
58
That's
people they
people,
recorded
a
that I
lot of
taught
attendees for the whole year of 2024. I mean,
and that
crushed
I've
it.
taught, that
We,
we've taught
okay,
a class, a nutrition education and cooking class,
almost every
nearly
week.
every single
Hmm.
week.
Hmm.
I actually canceled for the first time. I think I canceled a class this year
Yeah.
because of my,
Well, we moved it to a different week,
we moved
so
it to a
really we
different
didn't
week.
cancel it. We
Tr-
just rescheduled it.
True. But I mean, through all the stuff, that was a bad back situation I
Yeah,
had.
yeah,
My back's bad. Your back is bad. We have these issues like a
yeah.
lot of
I
people.
am human.
We are human. I used to carry 100 pounds around. I was not in the greatest shape. I've done
Hmm.
some damage. I've talked about that, about my knees and how
Yeah,
they've been bad. So anyway, I don't usually let things stop me, but that did.
yeah.
We made up for it. Just talking about perseverance, I guess, is why I think about that. That was my way of being like, look at all the things that you overcame and accomplished despite, the obstacles. So
Hmm.
we taught class almost every week.
I think just getting the recognition,
That was
like,
so
because I
nice.
see you, yeah, I mean, you work, you just, I mean, you love what you do, but
I do.
you're
I do.
working a lot and helping a lot of people. It's way more than, and that's just the cooking portion. That was just our nutrition education
That's
doing
just
it for,
Wednesday. We cook
yeah.
for an hour, hour and a half Wednesday. There's some prep
Hmm.
that goes into that. So I do take the time I am so passionate about that class. You're at work. I want to make sure I take some time so that I can set up the class for us. Everybody's coming in and I want it to be, we're
Awesome,
fun.
exciting. I want you guys coming back.
Learn,
We have a great time.
getting healthy doesn't have to be boring, and
And
eating
eating
your
your
plants
plants
off
off
doesn't
doesn't
have
have
to
to
be
be
hard.
hard.
I'm loving that too.
Hmm.
Well, it's true. We want people to have a good time. So
Heck
anyway,
yeah.
we you've been there by my side for every single class since May of
Hmm.
2019 when I became a Food for Life instructor. I got home with this curriculum and I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I just knew I was going to do it. And that right there is just I just once I lost the 100 pounds, once I changed everything, I thought we can do quit drinking, quit smoking
Hmm.
cigarettes. It was like we could do anything, is just
Yeah.
what I started thinking. I'm not afraid to be me.
Mhm.
I'm not afraid to fail. And I'm not afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah, that's how we learn, huh?
That's the highlight of my week. And that's how I was really humbled when they gave me this award.
Yeah.
It's,
That's just, it's the recognition you
I've
deserve,
taught like the most classes or most classes, most
Attendees,
attendees.
yeah, that's a
And
lot.
then the most
You get the most feedback,
surveys.
surveys. Yeah.
My participants fill out the surveys and let them know how awesome it is. And our classes are awesome.
Yeah.
I should actually share a lot of the feedback because we get a lot of feedback from every class what
Heck
people
yeah.
think.
Heck
I
yeah.
could make like a whole reel.
I got one, just a quickie little feedback if I could share it,
So, yeah,
if I could.
this is a surprise.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's, I don't want to like,
Thank you.
I mean, I'm gonna redact it or whatever you call it, but
Very
Stephanie, Plantspiration is the real deal. Stephanie is hands down one of the smartest, kindest, and inspiring people that I've ever met. She has taught me so much about nutrition. Mind you, we're talking, they say, I'm a science major and a registered nurse. I
Wow.
had to learn everything regarding nutrition science from Stephanie, and now that's what I'm sharing with everyone that she meets. Oops.
Wow.
It's a she, but
That,
she is awesome, and
thank
we
you for that, by the way.
love you so
Thank
much.
you for that.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's powerful because like I ran into somebody this week and they mentioned, oh, I have Hashimoto's, and I
Hmm.
said, yeah, we've had quite a few people, a lot of people. It's reversible.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's going to have to be some changes made. And
Hmm.
she goes, well, why right away? Why wouldn't my doctor tell me this? And I was like, I don't have a lot of time to
Yeah.
talk
Like,
to you. No, I didn't say that. I said, there's a lot involved in that, but I said, that's a great question and exactly how I felt right away when I found
yeah,
out about it. I was like, why
exactly.
weren't they talking about it? Now we are. They just aren't taught this information. And that's why I started Plantspiration. The first thing I asked my daughter when she wanted to go vegan was, Where are you going to get your protein? Where
Mm.
are you going to get your calcium? And it is the number one thing that I think people ask when you say you're going plant-based or vegan or, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
vegan is what we don't eat and whole food plant-based is what we do eat. But
I like what you said this week, where it's like America, the world pretty much is obsessed with protein and they don't
it's
even know where it
true.
comes from.
It's true. It's true.
That was
People
great.
love that reel. I love doing those, by the way. I get
Oh,
into
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sending you them in the morning. I'm like, what do you think of this? Is this funny?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
funny.
I love it.
Some of these I just want people to laugh, but it's true. America's obsessed with protein and they don't even know where it's coming from.
Hmm.
It comes from plants, by the way. And somebody
Yes.
right now is Googling it, like, what is she talking about? I'm talking about thousands of hours of nutrition, education, and conferences
Yeah.
and the science. All protein comes from plants. All plants come from protein. And I wish I had my megaphone when I talk about this.
All protein comes
That
from
doesn't mean you
plants.
have to change anything right now. That just means the the evidence is there, and I think
Hmm.
we need to start talking about it and teaching about it. This is like something we should learn in kindergarten.
Yeah. This is the more you know.
The more you know, yeah, this should be across the more you know because
Hmm.
that's what it takes to have strong bones, strong teeth, you know, strong cellular function. If
That's
we don't
right.
have these proper nutrition, and plant protein is better for us
Hmm.
than animal protein.
Yeah.
So again, the information, the evidence is out there. Don't just take my word for it.
That's right.
We keep saying we're not the ones writing the research. We're just reading it and teaching it, reaching it and teaching it.
That's right. That's right. We're crushing it.
Talk about a desire to inspire
Heck
when I
yeah.
read messages like that and notes like that.
A lot. You send a lot to me. It's great. It's awesome.
Do you like when I send them to you?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you guys hear that?
Hmm.
Please.
Send
We
more.
love comments. We
Yeah.
love hearing, what you think of the podcast, if it's making you laugh, if it's inspiring, if you're making lists, if you're,
Heck
taking
yeah.
more deep breaths.
I've heard already.
Most of
You know
all,
what? I signed at Plantspiration. I signed up because of your
because
podcast.
of the podcast. Well,
That's awesome. I mean, we just
everybody
try to inspire people to live a happier, healthier kind of a
everybody deserves to
life.
be their healthiest, and
Hmm.
there's a lot of information and it's very overwhelming, and we're not doctors, we're not dietitians.
Hmm.
They aren't taught this stuff. We teach nutrition education
That's
and
right.
how to make diet and lifestyle changes stick and last and
I mean, doctors know this. There's doctors that
are saying, yeah,
send their patients to Plantspiration.
Plantspiration's doctor recommended for sure.
Yep, for sure, definitely.
And we're grateful for that. I mean, get healthy, conquer fears, achieve goals. I guess that's what it's about. So we
Hmm.
lose the weight, we start the business, and kind of watching everybody join. And some people are starting it for the first time,
Yeah.
some people are starting it for the 10th time. How to get this down and how to,
This is where your skills come in and how you are,
who me?
yeah, yeah, because you're inspiring others to
Well, I think we're doing that right in
do it
here
and be
too.
inspired. I know, but I
Well,
was talking about during the week with your coaching calls and stuff. You're really crushing it.
thank you.
Yeah,
What
it's awesome.
I'm speechless right now. Thank you.
Don't do that because
Y-
I don't really talk much.
What I want this podcast to evoke is
Hmm.
that inspiration of people seeing we're stumbling through, we're learning just the way that I teach people doing this. People don't know how to get healthy, and it's the number one thing we realized. We just didn't know how,
Yeah.
and we had to start learning how. The same way we're kind of doing this and learning this is what I want to share is there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be problems, there's going to be days that it gets stressful, but
Hmm.
we just went back and reassessed it. Like I say, critical thinking, if it's getting stressful, if it's getting hard, stop and
Got to
think, what could we
change
do
it. Yeah.
differently?
Hmm.
And that's kind of what we're doing.
And I was thinking about how you're talking about, we're eating healthy and doing all this, but we ate healthy before. We just didn't know this information. Ground turkey, skinless
What a great way to
chicken
put it.
breast,
Somebody mentioned it today in Saturday support.
broiled or baked and not fried. And it's like,
All of that stuff,
man,
cutting calories, cutting carbs. That's what we lived on our whole life. And that's what we're basically, it's not just nutrition education. It's not just teaching people this stuff.
hmm,
It's unlearning,
unlearning.
you know, these behaviors. It's
Hmm.
not genetics that we have disease. It's genetically how we learn to cook. And that goes the same way with the way we learn to talk to each other, the way that we learn to live. It's, I just can't imagine my life if had I not done this.
I don't know. I wouldn't be sitting here talking about it.
Well, that's for sure. I would be on the couch. I would
Yep.
probably
Yep.
be three sheets to the wind, as they say.
Well, yeah, what
You
time? Well,
know,
it is afternoon. It's
exactly. On a
after noon
Saturday.
somewhere.
Yeah, it would have been on the phone, you know,
On the
talking about
phone.
everything that I
Yeah.
didn't like. And
Yeah.
this is what I mean when I say good food, good
Wow.
mood. Yeah, it
Yeah.
takes you back there for a minute.
Yeah, it did. I just remember drinking and smoking and just feel like we're living life, aren't
It did feel like that. And we did feel like we were healthy all the time.
we?
I mean, I was on every diet, we were doing everything, but
Hmm.
we were getting bigger and we were getting bigger
My
and we were
numbers
getting
were
sicker.
good though. My numbers were good, the medicines and stuff, whatever you're taking.
Yeah, but
They're just fooling the numbers with them
oh, it's not
pills.
the way it works. And that's why I want to talk about that in here. I want
Hmm.
to talk about that. Like I said, a lot of people say, I've got this, I've got heart disease, I've got that. And
Hmm.
why isn't my doctor talking about it? First of all, that's okay. We are. We
Yeah.
can research it right now. This is inspiring listening to people every week at Plantspiration, learning how to get this down, coming together to do it, and being
Heck yeah.
inspired by it. Somebody said today, we're not hearing this.
No.
You know, how do you make this stick? How do you make this happen? And everybody said it just takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Give yourself a
Yep.
break. Getting healthy habits is making any
Seriously.
changes work.
Yeah,
This is work,
definitely.
but I want it to be fun, and I
It's
keep
fun
doing that.
work. It's fun work though.
Yeah. I always will try to turn it in. Not try. I always do turn it into let's have some fun
That's
while
yeah.
we're doing it.
Well, yeah, we're not. I mean, I want to do this. I want to have fun. I'm having a great time now. This is awesome. I love this schedule better already.
You do? You feel it?
Hmm. Yeah, big
Well,
time.
we just got off the Saturday support group, which is
Yeah.
like nothing but an hour
So,
of dopamine of people talking about how great the things are going. Even for people that aren't going great, they I feel so inspired. I feel so
hmm,
motivated. And that's what we need is a little support when we're going through this. How about,
seriously.
I'm not going to mention names, but right away, this gal coming in here, like, I'm making this tofu chili and I'm serving it to my family and
Yeah.
they are loving it. And I'm not
Hmm.
saying nothing. And it's so good. Like they're finding
It's
ways
awesome.
to
Yeah,
make this be a good, happy thing. Well,
definitely.
they're getting empowered.
Well, I like when people do that and when they just like make something that's, I mean, all the stuff we have is delicious, but they don't, they just make it and serve it and everybody loves it. They don't,
That's all you have
here,
to
try
do.
this. It's vegan. That sets the undertone of, might not
It's
taste good.
definitely the
It's so
approach.
weird. It's so weird because it's like, of course it tastes great. There's like nothing dead in it.
Well, exactly. And we did a lot, like a lot of people I did talking last week about just taking action and doing stuff and making it happen, kind
Hmm.
of like what we're doing in here. And by the way, the numbers, oh
Hmm.
my God. These
Oh,
numbers
the
here for the
podcast.
podcast,
Yeah,
like
my
we
goodness.
gained over 1,300 followers on YouTube.
Hmm.
I didn't
That's
even, did
awesome.
you even look at Apple or iTunes or all the other places?
Uh,
Did you
I
have time?
I did not. No.
Put that on your list.
Okay. I
That
need to
on your
make
list.
a podcast
Make
list.
a pot. Exactly. So I have podcast
I took
lists.
care of the good numbers. I mean, these are all great,
Yeah, I
good
noticed
numbers
they're
though.
not on the board.
Nope, I'm gonna surprise you. This is something new too. You're not even
Really?
gonna. That's last week's poundage on the
I
board.
noticed 1,063 pounds.
Uh-huh.
And I
That
came in here
people.
and I go, "Oh, you didn't write the new number." And you're
No, I
like,
get
"Not
it. Not
not
going
doing it."
to.
This change, like we've learned,
Hmm.
it takes a little bit of work.
Yeah, no, this is great.
I thought somebody was going to do all this for me in the beginning. Remember?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
hey, could you run the whole website for me? And
yeah.
you can do all my social media. And who you was in my head.
Who was it?
Well,
You just thought like the whole
I
family's
really did. That was my
she'll have
mistake.
her part, he'll be doing that, he'll be doing that.
That was my mistake. I wasn't as self-aware at that point. I was so excited about everything that I thought everybody was
Just as excited.
just as excited to
And it's
work.
not, we're excited,
Right.
but not that excited.
Exactly. And kind of a reflection of that was me realizing just like starting eating, plant-based or giving up. by the way, everybody's thinking about giving up. And I noticed when I just said that giving up, it wasn't about what I was giving up, it was about what I was gaining. But in the beginning,
You don't
you
know that.
really think about, like, oh man, I've got to give this stuff up. I
Yeah.
did. Did
What?
you?
Well, yeah, that's, I mean, in the beginning, that's how you think. Like, oh man.
Hold on, I want to go back there for a
After a
second.
few days, I felt how healthy I was already. Like, holy cow, I have energy. There was just, it
Hold on
turned
a
around
second.
so quick for
Back it
me.
up. I want you to really think here for a second.
Huh.
I know exactly what my response would be, but when
Oh,
I
let's hear it.
said, what were you afraid of giving up? What
Um,
were you thinking?
my sausage biscuit thingy that
You would
I
hide
would
that.
always get
Yeah, but
that.
you would not hide it, but you would
Well,
not
you
tell
don't.
me about it.
Well, yeah, you don't need to know. Going to, hey, so all of a sudden I'm
But I
going
could,
past the place that has that on the way to work. That was
and I could
crazy.
kind of tell by the smell.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I know you had a Whopper. I could tell by the
Oh,
smell.
that was before
Or
plants,
pizza
but
puff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
this is what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would
Oh
know.
yeah.
Um,
Pizza puff. Jeez. You had a
and
Whopper with onion rings, didn't you? Gosh, how the hell do you
and
know?
that's
This
what
is
I
like
mean.
4 or 5 hours later.
So you right away thought, oh my gosh, I've got to give up this sausage biscuit.
Yeah. Yeah. In the beginning, I was like, hmm.
What else?
Actually, the final thing after I got over that, no,
Wow,
it was tuna. Remember the
that's
last thing
right.
was tuna. Yeah, we talked about that.
Which there's a recipe for both things. Now you
Yeah,
have your own
I
breakfast
make my own.
sausage.
Yeah, I make my own stuff. It's so much better and it makes you feel
And
great.
and here's the thing. Oh my gosh, Tony the Tiger.
You're great.
Oh my gosh. So what I was going to ask you is, first of all, now you make
Mhm.
your own stuff. But
Yeah.
even back
Hmm.
then in 2013, there wasn't like vegan cheese, there wasn't
Yeah, there was
plant-based food. There wasn't anything like that, like
not
the
much of
burgers,
anything.
or
It was like one burger.
there was Boca burgers.
Yeah.
But we went straight to
No, we were eating so clean that
we were eating whole
like,
food, plant-based, no oil right out the gate.
yeah.
Lots of raw because we were in it to let's make this work. We weren't distracted with the other food. We were so focused on our health.
Yeah,
Like we were
definitely.
dying.
Yeah.
I mean, and here's what's funny is you're over here thinking about this sausage that you're going to give up. No wonder we would get to the turkey and the chicken each day thinking this is healthy. You know what I
Well,
mean? We associated the fast food with unhealthy and now turkey and
oh
chicken
yeah.
with healthy.
Yeah, yeah,
What a
exactly.
horrible food
I know.
pyramid.
There is just
It's backwards.
it's just a mess of screwed up
Mhm.
information out there, and everybody's just not eating the optimal food.
They're not because they don't know how. And
Well,
we
we
didn't know
didn't.
how. We
Yeah,
didn't
that's,
know
I
how.
mean, and I'm not beating up on it. We used to pride ourselves on our chili and
Yeah.
ground beef in it and everything.
No, it wasn't ground beef. It was ground
Ground
turkey.
turkey, sorry.
We rarely ever ate red meat.
Hmm.
As sick as we were, as heart disease as I had, autoimmunes between the two of
I
us.
remember that where I'm like, "Ugh, you gotta make it out of ground turkey now? Gosh. But I was like, well, it's healthier. Okay, I'm gonna,
Yeah, I was
and it
always
just clicks in
trying.
your head like, oh, it's gonna be healthier. Okay, still tastes great. So,
Oh, how about the frozen bags of chicken breast?
uh,
Now we know what's in it.
yeah, a lot of shit you shouldn't have.
I mean, John, the there's so much I didn't know, we didn't know. Okay, we're getting off course because
Yuck.
of course I'm thinking about what we didn't know.
Yeah,
Once you
a lot of
learn
people
that
don't
stuff,
know.
it's one thing. You can read all the information, but we want people to actually do it.
Yeah,
Actually say, what do we, oh, you can hear all the information, you can read all the stuff, you can watch it all on social media. Chicken's bad for you, meat is bad for you, because it's out there if you're following the right people.
yeah,
But a lot of people don't know how then what to do.
yeah, exactly.
It's
What
like
comes
everybody's
after
hung up
that?
on, I got to stop this or I've got to give up this and I
Hmm.
can't fit this. We really show people and inspire people how to fill up that plate.
I
And
mean, I know, but besides that, there's
God,
people
I'm
out
getting
there.
pumped up. Hold on.
There's people that
People are crushing it. You mean the
that
number you're not sharing with me?
yeah, yeah.
Gosh,
It
what time is it? Can you tell me now?
no, it's no.
I'm so excited. This day is giving me different vibes.
Hmm.
Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. Sorry,
Heck
guys.
yeah.
I like to sing.
That's awesome.
And I'm still processing the Saturday support group, by the way. So that's why I'm so all over with thinking of
Yeah, so what I was
everybody's.
gonna say
Okay,
was
go.
about the food and everything. Everybody's worried about what they're giving up. There's people that think they can't eat pizza anymore.
I hear that. I
What?
have to give up pizza to get healthy.
That's
We're
wrong.
doing it.
No.
No, that's not. Get over here.
Change your
We're gonna
toppings.
show
Hello.
change your,
Change your
change
toppings,
the
change your
toppings.
life.
Well, one of the things, do you know what I was worried about giving up right away?
I don't. I don't.
Come on.
I was circling around that. What were you? I really, I don't know.
It started with
Oreos? No.
I wasn't really an Oreo eater.
Krispy Kreme? No, you
No, I
don't eat
didn't.
that stuff.
I
I'm
what
naming all the stuff you don't eat.
I
You don't.
didn't eat cookies. I
I
didn't eat
know.
candy. I
That's
didn't
why
eat.
I'm saying that.
Yeah, I really thought like
Just to get you razzed
I
up.
thought I was the healthiest person I knew.
Wow.
We had fruit every day. I cooked every day.
Yeah.
We're getting back on the food every day. But what I
What
didn't
were
want to
you?
give
Yeah.
up, Parmesan cheese,
Oh yeah, Parmesan and vodka.
Parmesan, I couldn't live without it.
Mhm.
So right away I said I couldn't give up cheese and I couldn't give up wine. And that's
Oh, that's right.
99% of the things that people say right away when I,
Those exact two things
it's
too.
usually those things.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
and I and I can empathize with that.
Well, cheese is literally chemically addictive, so I understand that.
That's not,
Well, I guess wine is too.
you know what? None of this was our fault. And if
No,
anybody's not healthy or they're, you know, it's not your fault if you don't feel good.
exactly.
I mean, there's things that we can do, but I want to just have some time with you
It's
and
not your fault.
it's not your fault. This isn't,
It's not your fault.
it's not,
Just stop.
what
Okay.
movie is that?
I ain't even telling you.
Hold on. Goodwill Hunting.
Hmm.
How do you like them apples?
How do you?
I
I
do.
think it's great.
So, how do you like the note so far? Is it helpful?
Pretty good. Yeah,
I
not
kind of
bad.
put in all of our week so that you had a reference because I said to John, I said, what, um, what was a highlight of your week? Or like, what
Hmm.
do what did you think about the order of doing this, this, this? And you would say, I don't remember. Now I know why. You weren't making a list, so you didn't have that brain dump. So I wanted to kind of break down what we did during the week a little bit. On Monday, I did that Monday motivation, and you've been listening, is what you said. Do you
Hmm.
remember what it was on?
Yeah, actually,
Oh my
I do
gosh,
know
you
what
took
it
notes
was
on
on.
top of my notes.
Oh, shoot, I thought it was in here. Oh, they're on the floor, actually.
Let me
No.
just say this. I
Oh,
thought,
wait. I know what it is.
oh, I like that move.
I can remember. I remember, but that's why, dang it, those aren't the notes. I
Well,
always lose my notes.
what I was, what I was saying is,
Did you take them from me?
did I? No, no, I don't have. Oh, maybe
Dang
I
it, I
did.
had it written down.
Maybe I had that one.
See, she took them from me. Here
Hey,
we are.
sorry.
The duh, it was about non-negotiables.
Non-negotiables.
Yep.
I was waiting for this to come up. See?
Like your Parmesan?
No,
No.
like a car I talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh yeah.
somebody today, a
Yeah.
dude today in the Saturday Sport group. Yeah, there's
Mm-hmm.
dudes.
Yeah, there is dudes. You should come in there and join us because we have a good time.
It is a good time. Everybody's cracking up. Everybody's laughing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's very positive. It's very
It is.
motivating and everybody can't wait to see each other.
I know. Well,
There's
it's
nothing
awesome.
like this.
No, there
Anyway,
isn't.
he was saying he heard the podcast and he loved the analogy about the car reference, how we take care of our car.
Yeah.
And he's a diesel mechanic, so yeah, diesel mechanic crushing it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How much was he down, did he
Crushing
say?
it. Like 85 pounds.
And off all
Since
his meds
starting at Plantspiration. Yeah.
and all
Yep.
off his meds.
Yep.
What a great story. He found me on my bike
Yeah,
hashtag.
that was awesome. I remember that. It was years ago. He found you on your giant bike hashtag.
I ride giant bike.
Yeah.
I'm on my third bike. I've got
Hmm.
almost 20,000 miles.
You don't know what's going on out in the world. We're just doing our thing,
I mean, I know, but I'm trying to just,
I mean, who's watching and
oh
what they're
yeah.
doing or whatever, and all of a sudden he messages you,
He
This-
was like,
and
hey,
he's like, "Well, I gotta tell you, you saved my life. I've been watching you and eating less meat and less animal and stuff, and everything about me feels better."
that was it.
That was wow. That warmed my heart.
I probably grabbed my phone, ran out to the garage, yelled,
I
"Oh my
know.
God,
My
listen
nose
to the."
almost burning. I remember it was like,
I
"Oh my
think I
God,
see
look
you
at us."
welling up right now.
Yeah, shh.
It's there.
It's awesome. It's powerful.
There's the desire to inspire right there.
That's what we're doing this. That's why to see people like really
And he did.
love their
And then
life.
who did he inspire?
His wife.
Gosh dang it.
They're
They were in our
crushing it.
kitchen. They came
Yeah,
up here
yeah,
from another state
yeah,
and were in my kitchen.
yeah,
That was thanks to you.
yeah. Actually,
That was my 50th.
that was your uh Surprise birthday party,
Can
50th.
can we didn't even, so
Hmm.
none of this was planned to talk about. We had
No,
some highlights of the week and I
there's
said,
nothing.
let's just kind of roll with it. But that birthday was
Yeah.
one of the highlights of my life, by the way.
Mhm.
To have pulled off a secret like this, and I am
Uh-huh.
a busybody.
There was like several people. People flew in, people drove
You
like
guys,
across states to be here. Hmm. Flying across
John put
states, driving
together,
around.
and the
And I don't know
kids,
how.
and the
Oh yeah,
kids,
yeah, I had a lot of help. That's how.
and the
What am
group
I
was
doing?
involved.
Yeah.
The whole group
And
was
the
involved.
group. I'm like, let's do a side chat over here so she don't
Who started the side chat?
I think Gene maybe helped me
We
with
love you,
that.
genius.
Hmm.
We've got some Plantspiration Pioneer people,
Yeah.
and I had zero idea that people flew in from out of state.
Uh-huh.
Several.
Oh yeah.
We rented a venue
Yeah.
that I usually was doing
Yeah,
the
it's
classes
our
at.
venue that, yeah, I went and rented it like, oh, let's do this day and have a
And I'm
party there.
talking, I'm in Saturday support group the day of the party, and people that were
Uh-huh.
here in Illinois that don't live in Illinois were in the support group
Yeah.
like nothing
Like
had changed.
nothing's happened.
Just seeing them today
That was
made
awesome.
me really realize like how grateful I am for everything. Just that they were here, and I'm gonna give like this isn't about
Don't.
getting. We have no Kleenex in here, but
Don't. You're gonna wreck my
this
mascara.
is the stuff that John and I are talking about.
Hmm.
That is the desire to inspire on the days where it's like, man, this is a lot, or this is overwhelming to
Yeah,
run a
yeah.
nonprofit, or to, be running all this stuff, and everything isn't perfect. And I didn't get the emails done, and my dishes are piled up. But for the love of kale,
I know. You just think of one of these
one
when
of these moments, and I'm just
hmm
moved
hmm
beyond that people flew in just to be here on my 50th birthday
I know.
is
That's
unbelievable. And
awesome.
then they're still here, inspiring other people, sharing their story about how their life was changing
Yeah.
just because they started eating more plants.
Yeah.
And I was
Yep.
riding my bike standing up
Yep.
or something like that, or with a
Yeah.
microphone. Or if you guys don't follow me on my Instagram, I,
You should.
yeah, you should.
We have a good time.
We have a really good time. So the 50th birthday party was wonderful.
Yeah.
And that just reminds me of going back to, I thought everybody was going to do all this stuff for me,
Yeah.
but I had to learn to do it myself
Right, right.
to make it all
I mean,
happen.
you still, everybody, I mean, you can use the help. Like I needed help getting that party together and making sure
How
it
did you
came
do
together.
that?
Private chat.
I seriously did. I
Seriously.
was shocked, more so that nobody told me so I could have a new outfit. Like that was the first thing.
No, you looked good. You had like an
It,
interview thing.
no, it was the day. Was that the day
It
that
was
I
the day right after our support group. Then you had an
with
interview.
Chuck
Uh,
Carroll or something?
yeah, I think so. And then
And
then
we
it was
were
like,
getting
oh,
out the magazine on my 50th birthday. We were on the
yep,
Women's World
yep,
magazine, the
yep,
cover of it.
yep. So it was like trying to get that all
That
lined up and then get you over there. And they're like texting, when the hell are you gonna be here? I'm like, she's got an interview scheduled. I didn't even know.
right, I'm just sailing through this new life. Like I don't know what's happening next, but
Well, yeah, in the beginning, I mean, you say yes to everything because yeah, heck yeah, you want to talk, let's talk. Yep,
well, I
yes, yes.
started learning to get out of my comfort zone because this was
Mm-hmm.
completely out of my comfort zone.
I know, but it's like the growth that you get from it is
I focused on those wins. I focused
mm-hmm.
on the desire to inspire. I focused on, the people we're talking about who said, "Oh my gosh, this totally changed my life." And then we don't have enough Kleenex in here for this. I go and I
Don't.
make a post, which humbled and have so much gratitude to get this
Mm-hmm.
award from the Physicians Committee, as from the Food for Life team. And there's so many amazing all Food for Life instructors are amazing. All of the
Mm-hmm.
people out there that are spreading the message, teaching people how to, coaching people how to,
Yeah,
all of you, my gosh. Thank you
awesome.
for what you do. All these people, raising awareness for
Mhm.
animal cruelty and environmental stuff. I mean, you don't need me to thank you, but I'm just saying thank you.
Yeah,
We just want to teach everybody how to eat healthier so that they can continue their mission to, you know, end all this as much
yeah,
as possible.
definitely,
Starting with, we need to get healthy, we need to bring healthy back. And this is exactly the desire to
definitely. I love
inspire.
it. I love it.
I just, I don't know, I was writing some of this stuff down while I was stripping the beds to do laundry. So I hope they're
No, this is great.
balancing
Yeah,
stuff.
good.
You know what I mean? Trying to balance all the stuff. Like I said, I didn't get all the
No, this is great.
marketing
This
done
is
today,
great.
but we've dropped new classes that, after teaching oh, hold on.
Hmm.
I wanted to go back and say the comments that people left
Hmm.
on that Legume Award.
Yeah,
That's where I skipped over it because I don't want to cry.
don't
But the
cry.
comments of the impact that ha has been made is overwhelming. Like I don't even know how to respond.
Hmm.
Does that, you know what I mean? You see
Yeah,
me.
yeah. I'm like, I don't know. And and you're
Let
more
me
of a
take a drink.
talker. You're not gonna do one of those one message blanket
I'm
thank yous.
well, I'm literally so grateful that somebody's going to take the time and
Hmm.
write, hey, thank you for helping this happen, or
Right.
just thank you.
Just so many good messages. Just
I,
goodness from
well, what
people.
I'm also so grateful for the people that share their testimony of the impact that this has made,
Yeah.
not for me,
Right.
for
For
other
others.
people to see this as what this is about.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm just going to keep on being me and just kind of going with the flow of things.
Heck yeah.
And thank you for keeping up with me. I know I'm all over the place. I know I'm high energy.
It's all right.
It's because I'm so excited about this. I know it's not new anymore. It's 12 years that we've been doing this,
Hmm.
but it still feels new to me every day.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean?
Kinda.
Well,
No, it's still it's exciting because there's more people to help. There's more goodness we can do,
it's
and it just
spreading.
feels good. Yeah,
It's
that's what it is.
it's spreading.
Well, goes along with getting that recognition, the award for teaching a ton of people.
Well,
That is just awesome. I'm because you put your heart into it. Your heart and soul is into that, helping
same to
people,
you.
just to help
You're
people.
by my side every day.
Heck yeah, have a
And
good time.
well, I want people to feel this good. I want to help
Mm-hmm.
people find their why, their worth. How about that, Gail? Down
And then,
175 pounds.
oh my gosh, yeah,
But
that's awesome.
the whole change that we're seeing of
Mm-hmm.
people's self-confidence and,
Well, yeah.
even it, I can't put my, you
I
have to
mean,
get
this
in
is
here to see it
awesome
and to feel it.
because this is Plantspiration is more, yeah, plant is in the word and it's more than food. I mean, way more with the coaching and everything. It's like, even, you got certain goals, you're making different goals, nothing to do with food. You're going to start getting more active. You're going to do
Yeah,
this,
I don't know if
just
people realize that.
really crushing goal. Yeah, you're a
I'm out there
lifestyle
talk.
medicine coach is what you do. And that's a whole lot of topics.
That's a lot. And I
Hmm.
know we talk a lot about the cooking classes because everybody's so into food and recipes.
Everybody
So
has to eat.
everybody has to eat.
And
So
that's where it starts to get the health and nutrition, to get your brain going, to get everything going.
it starts with the food
It does.
and then it leads into the other stuff. Like
Hmm.
this week was a big topic on meditation. And I know
Yeah.
meditation isn't for everybody. And I know that more than anybody.
Yeah, you didn't think you were like laughing at it in the beginning.
I
Like not
was.
now of the beginning of this, but when you first heard it.
And I just want to say it's not easy to admit like I mocked this or I joked about it like what
Hmm.
this is ridiculous, and it's embarrassing to some degree to be sharing that, but I'm trying to be
Transparent. What
like
do you think?
I
Well,
get
everybody like
I'm trying to be
it.
genuine. Like I
Yeah.
thought it was a goofy thing to do. Like what is this going to do?
Yeah.
Meditate to what? I made fun of it. My therapist would tell me to do it, and I would say things like, "Are you?" I would get mad. Actually, my reaction would be like, "This is what I came. I didn't come in here for you to tell me to do. What is that going to do? I came in here to talk about my problems and how much my life blows,
Seriously.
and
And
it
she's
didn't
like,
blow as much as I thought."
Yoko Renge Kyo, Yoko Renge.
That's Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it?
That's
We could be
a
dropping
mantra.
movies the whole,
Motto.
but that was what she used.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So
And you're like, just stop, lady. What is that gonna do? Meditate. I sit there and I just think of all my problems.
it's exactly what started
Uh-huh.
it. So as a lifestyle medicine coach, and the best way to explain this is in Dean Ornish's study for reversing heart disease, reversing Alzheimer's. Yes, reversing Alzheimer's. He's using intensive diet and lifestyle
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle
Mm-hmm.
medicine, what I'm talking about. It's about the food, whole food, plant-based, exercise,
Mm-hmm.
sleep, social support, stress management,
Yeah.
and removing toxins,
Yeah.
alcohol, tobacco, toxins. So when I started hearing him kind of talk, I mean, I was already lost the weight, made
Mm-hmm.
significant changes in my life, and I was really trying to find myself.
Yeah.
Everything shifted. Different life was happening.
Mm-hmm.
People left. Things were just changing, and I didn't quite know how to handle it all. So there was a moment where I was like, gosh, dang it, Susan, I'm going to break out this breathing BS.
Yeah.
And it was like in a spite. Like, I'll
Yeah.
show you this doesn't
Yeah. I'll
work.
do this.
Right, I'll sit down. See, problem's still there. Didn't work. And I would be done. So when people come to me and they say, oh, yeah, I tried it, my brain is all over the place. It's like, bingo, this is why we need to do it.
Yeah.
So you're going
If
to,
you've done it enough to realize my head won't stop,
that's a
that's
start.
things yeah, you really should do it more until you can quiet that
It
down.
is an evidence based. So then once I started seeing the evidence behind it, then I wanted to tell everybody, hey, I get it. This seemed a little weird to me.
Yeah, but there's evidence, so we're doing
I don't think
it.
I know I say these things, but yes, the food, but I don't know if I would have maintained it had I not become more mindful and more self aware. It allowed me to listen better. It allowed
Mhm.
me to react differently to things. It allowed me to reframe my thinking. It
Yeah.
allowed me to overcome obstacles. And it allowed me to get through grief, just anger, all
Yeah.
kinds of things. How? By having to kind of sit with yourself in that moment. And that's the work right there, like going to the gym. So we talked a little bit about that this week with the group. And I'll go live. I always tell John, we're going live. What? We're
Yeah.
going live.
Oh, you already pressed the button. Okay.
Well,
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I just want to get in there when the thoughts come in my mind, like, let me talk to them a little bit about some meditation or mindfulness or breathing and the importance of it.
Hmm.
The desire to inspire, it impacted me. It's worked so much, and there's evidence behind it that and the people who are practicing it and bringing it in, there's no
They're doing
coincidence.
it.
They're
Oh
doing
yeah.
better.
Yeah, they're doing that's what I'm saying. I see that on our support group meeting.
And as soon as one person starts talking about it, it's a
Hmm.
ripple effect.
It is.
That's the community part.
It's
And
awesome. Yeah.
and
If
Dean
one
Ornish
can
has the
do it.
evidence behind that.
We have the evidence behind it.
Exactly.
No.
When we hear people doing something good, it's a ripple
Yeah,
effect.
yeah.
Can we get to the ripple
Doing
effect?
good and feeling good is definitely infectious,
It's
you
true.
know. So
Uh,
when people started hearing about, oh, you guys are like keeping track of the weight of when
Let me tell you
people have
what.
started at Plantspiration.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Um, in my calls during the week. So during the calls, I'm hearing people say, and I put it in the health report, or I get to say, did you put it in, they're telling me they're losing all this weight, or, they're not hurting,
Hmm.
or something's changed. And I say, did you put it in the health report? Like,
Hmm.
I feel like this. Now my arms are up in the air. Like my job just keeps getting easier.
Yeah.
These guys are all putting in not everybody. I want everybody out there to do it in Plantspiration, but the people who are taking the time to hand in this information, look at what has happened. Now you won't even write it on the board.
Yeah, no. Now I'm gonna surprise you with it.
I think it's time for the Plantspiration Health Report. Does the claps come now or
That's what
after?
I'm telling you. Usually after.
Do it now. I want to hear it.
Yeah. What? The claps?
Yeah. All right. It's time for Plantspiration Health
Yeah.
Report.
This Plantspiration Health Report is brought to you by Myers Grocery Store.
Myers, thank you for giving me all the beautiful produce. You have fresh deliveries every day.
Yeah.
Larry, I am so grateful for just taking care of me over at Myers. All
And
the
it,
produce section guys,
definitely. You guys
they don't
rock.
know that I read the produce
The wall on Reddit.
wall on Reddit on
Yeah.
how all that stuff is
The
fascinating to me.
subreddit with the wet wall and a
That's the
different
stuff I
setup.
watch in there, like
Yeah, that's
uplifting
awesome.
news, produce department,
Good
things that make
stuff.
you smile.
Yeah.
So thank you to Myers and thank you to Plantspiration merchandise that John is
Yes.
fashionably wearing every day.
Yeah, where's yours?
This is brought to you by The Gap. It was on sale. And thank you. I've been shopping there since the kids were born, since it
Oh
was
yeah, of
started.
course.
So it's one of my
That's
favorite
awesome.
places. Um, this
So yeah,
Plantspiration Health Report, did you
so
even add in the Saturday support group? Usually we have a day, so everybody hasn't even handed it in.
well, I got some numbers from that.
Is there any new ones right now? Should I check?
No.
Okay,
Oh, I
go.
don't know.
Drum roll. I
I
mean,
don't know.
say
I
it.
don't have a drum
So
roll, but I'll tell you what.
since we started the podcast, we started the Plantspiration Health Report and just said, hey, wherever you're at,
Hmm.
please start logging in and let's see how collective we
Right,
can get with
right.
this. And people are tuning in to this podcast because we're bringing healthy back.
That's
John,
right. We are. Give me a high fiber.
let's hear it.
Woo! And I'll tell you what, this week checking in, everybody has lost a total of 1,108
Stop.
pounds. Uh-huh.
Shut the
Yeah.
front door.
Yeah. 1,108 pounds.
I'm getting verklempt.
Wow. Don't do that.
That's it
That's
just keeps
awesome though,
going.
right?
This is the week people fall off.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
And
This
that's
is,
maybe how much percentage of people at Plantspiration are
that's not,
well, I'm just saying it's like
20% maybe.
I
Maybe.
think five.
It's probably, yeah, it's not 20.
I
That's
think
for sure.
five.
There's been a lot of
Wow.
people. I mean, we've been
Say it
doing
again.
this for 5 years.
It's
Um,
yeah, that's just
7 years playing
we didn't
spring.
collect it for the past seven
No,
years.
no,
This is just in
definitely
the
not.
past 7 weeks. No, 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
1,000.
108. 1108.
I'm
Nice.
blown away. Thank you
Isn't that
guys.
awesome?
Thank you. Here's your weekly commercial for plantspiration.org. Get
Yes.
in here and let us teach you how to eat your plants off too. These people aren't dieting, they're not
No.
cutting carbs, they're not counting calories, except counting them go up so that we can
Yeah.
turn up that mitochondria.
Yeah.
They're learning how to really get this down. I
I
mean,
mean, we've really figured it out how it's pretty much all you can eat. Like
with
it's all
the
you can eat, dude. You
with
make it all taste how everything I'm eating, I ate before. It tastes awesome.
let me see if I can run down the classes we had this month that created all that.
Yeah.
We had the first class, how to eat your plants off. We did
Mm-hmm.
cheese fries, we did burgers, and we did waffles.
Yeah.
This is how people are
Mm-hmm.
losing weight. Second class, we did, I think, nutrient density.
Uh-huh.
Okay. We had the cheesy hash brown
Right.
casserole.
Oh man,
Can't even
yeah.
think about what else, but we have been crushing it each week. We
I'm telling you, we did so
we are
much
doing
good food.
3 to 5 recipes each week right in front of you. Low fat, no oil, comfy, yummy.
That casserole last week was amazing.
What was that?
2 weeks ago, the casserole thing with the chickpea casserole was so good.
Just everything we're
This
making.
past week was the chili
Well,
and the
we know
stew.
what foods
Oh
are
man,
good because we've been doing this for so long. And as long as I've worked with people, we've learned one thing. People
hmm,
aren't eating enough.
that's
And there's a
right.
lot of confusion on what's the healthy food and vegan, plant-based, that kind of
Everybody is
stuff.
afraid to eat. They're
It's
afraid to eat. Like just our whole diet brain, that the way the industry and everything is just
it's
all the
the
stuff that
hardest,
we've heard. It's hard to turn your brain around and get turned off the diet brain,
which
basically.
would you say that this is the number one obstacle for people?
It's up there, turning that diet brain off. And yeah, it is because that goes with the you're not eating enough.
Which,
And that people are like, what?
and if you're not eating enough, what
It,
occurs?
nothing. Like it doesn't turn on your mitochondria on
Your
really.
mitochondria. Well, the
It burns
focus on
burn, it really you don't feel the full.
the reason why I trademarked Eat Your Plants Off was
Hmm.
because all the work I was doing with people, they found me for weight loss since I
Hmm.
lost the weight and my story's out there and they know I'm coaching people.
Right.
I really listened because I understood what it was like, what it is like
Yeah. Yeah.
to be on so many diets that it's so ingrained
Hmm.
that when you feel full that you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
Or if you're getting a big plate of food, you're feeling bad about yourself. Like that is a
Yeah.
thing that
We
goes on.
equate that with feeling fat, fullness, or having your plate overflowing or nice big bowl of food. But this is how you need to eat the correct
Everybody
food,
talks
though.
about it's overwhelming when they see how much food that people are eating, but I want to get in you to get in a class so that I can
Yeah.
we break it down.
We
I
break
really
it
wanted
down
to
for
make
you.
sure with the Eat Your Plants Off classes, John's a nutrition expert as well, plant-based nutrition expert. You just have so many other jobs during the week,
Yeah.
mechanical engineer,
I like
CEO.
making recipes though. I like making things
You
and like,
cook more than me
yeah.
today,
Mhm.
this second lifetime.
Yeah.
You cook more than me right now.
Hmm.
I mean, I cooked every day. I had dinner every day for us, and I
Hmm.
loved it. But my life is a little bit busier now, and my priority is more, I'm going to get on my bike or roller skate, and we're just going to have some potatoes and
And well, that's how you eat
the
potatoes and broccolis and all the good stuff.
well, and lots of pasta. And
Yeah.
gosh, we've been hitting that chili and that
Mm.
soup.
Jeez
What
Louise.
else? Oh my gosh, that just bringing in that gratitude bowl again.
Oh, yeah. Wow. We need to do
Next week's
that.
class, by the way, if and for all of you, I'd love to see you. We're going to be talking about reading labels, speaking about how confusing it could
Oh,
be.
cool.
We're going to be talking about reading labels on February 5th, and then meal prepping and batch cooking. We
Hmm.
we really get into that because of we go to the conferences, and I'm
Yeah.
always like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, they're going to say something really cool,
Mm.
something new, something exciting. It
Mm.
keeps coming back to the same stuff, but we're going to
Right.
make it
Right.
exciting on
Right. I mean, the food's pretty much, I love all the new research and all the new things that we learn about what the
people aren't
food,
eating
what it's
enough of
doing to
the
your
right food.
body and how to, what's changing and how your body reacts to certain things. But the food is,
People aren't eating enough of the
aren't
right
eating
foods.
enough.
But we're getting there because
Yeah,
they
we are.
just dropped 1,108.
That wasn't from starving either.
It
Yeah.
wasn't, it was that they ate more. That's amazing. And thank you guys so much. Do we have any questions before we
You know what? Yeah,
rock
actually,
out of here?
yeah,
The
yeah.
desire, and I hope, by the way, everybody here listening, this is about getting healthy. This is about conquering fears, and this is about achieving goals. And we hope that just by watching us in here, getting through this
Yeah.
inspires you.
This is a long, I mean, this question here might be a good one here. What challenges did you face starting Plantspiration and how did you overcome them?
That's
That's a huge
it's a
thing.
huge question, but
And you can pick up my novel at.
I really do want to write a book about it because I don't talk. Well, it's not something I talk about often about how to start a business, how to do
Well,
that.
yeah,
I had to learn how, and I'm
exactly.
still learning how, and I'm going to continue to learn how.
Hmm.
Some of the challenges I face is I didn't know how to do a lot of things, and I had to learn how to learn how to do the things.
Yeah,
Is that I
exactly.
had to learn how
To
to learn
learn
how.
how to
I
do.
started it on my phone just to give everybody an
Yeah.
idea. I didn't even have a laptop until COVID. Then I went virtual. One of the biggest obstacles was not knowing. So what I did was, I'm going to give a plug out to my mentor, Paul.
Hmm.
I reached out to a local, and it's all over the place. SCORE
Hmm.
is another nonprofit that helps, volunteers helping other people with their businesses. And
Yeah.
man, as soon as I reached out, I used to work at a chamber locally,
Yeah. Yeah. Chamber of Commerce.
a
So you
chamber of
kind of are
commerce. So I was
familiar.
watching the SCORE meetings, but I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
I didn't get it. But as soon as I reached out to them and I connected with this guy, I just want to say thank you to him because he
Hmm.
makes me want to be a better CEO. He makes me want to be a better entrepreneur. And it feels really good to have a support system to growing your business.
Well,
Start,
definitely.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Kind
Yeah.
of like Plantspiration. If you don't have a support system, I would have been
It's
lost.
hard. Yeah. It's
You
hard.
know, I've got a board to juggle. We've got numbers, we've got financials, we've got KPIs,
Hmm.
there's a lot going on. And I really didn't know how to juggle just life, coaching people, running the group, which is my life is a lot in that group live with the group coaching, to the classes, to the Saturday support group, to running everything.
Yeah.
So I just kind of had to reach for support. Did I answer that?
Yeah, I think
And
pretty
let me
much.
just say this. I had to take care of myself, by the way.
That's right.
I could not have done this if I wasn't taking care of myself. So I continued to make health my priority,
Hmm.
exercise, stress management, all of those things. And I know if Paul's listening, he would agree, are vital to being
Definitely.
successful.
That's how you score.
Thanks. Yes, I love SCORE. They've been amazing, and I've also taken a lot of their courses or classes for
Hmm.
learning how to get grants, and
Yeah.
from writing a book to how to run your nonprofit. It's everything. It's just the information is out there, but you have to take the steps to actually do the work. There's a lot of information and a lot of people are reading stuff and taking it in. But over here,
Hmm.
we're
We're
doers.
crushing it.
We're
That's great.
doers.
I got one more if I could.
Sure.
How do you stay consistent with healthy habits during busy or stressful times?
Desire to inspire, baby.
Boom, I knew it. It would come back to
Desire
the
to
show topic.
inspire. That message that you gave me just at the beginning, the messages that I send you during the week from people leaving comments on this
Hmm.
YouTube, thank you, by the way, or under Spotify. I haven't figured out how to see the Apple comments yet. That's the stuff that keeps me motivated. So when the day
Hmm.
starts off like everything's going to SHIT, can I say a
Hmm.
swear? I just don't want
Yeah.
to.
Oh, geez.
Leo's listening.
Sometimes your day
Sometimes
goes
Leo
to
listens.
shit.
It does.
Sometimes.
And now he reads, so I can't even spell it out anymore.
Oh.
5. I know it's just spelled in stuff. Okay. So hearing the messages, reading that stuff, that's all it takes to kind of, you got to focus on the wins, the thing that is
Yeah.
going good.
It puts a little wind in your sail, the winds.
It
Okay, if I could say.
really,
And then when you
really
send it
does.
to me, when you text them to me or send me a screenshot, I'm like, yeah,
It's how
stoked.
we do it. You
It's
have to
awesome.
focus on the wins. We cannot control everything, but we can control what we're telling our brain. And if I'm telling my brain every day, man, this is going to be hard, or, how am I going to get everybody to get healthy, or this will never happen to get a billion followers.
Mhm.
And if I did that all day long,
Yeah, you're not going to do anything.
nothing would
Exactly.
happen. So I had to change the way I talk to myself.
That's right.
I had to lean into some support and I had to take really good care of myself to keep up with all this stuff. And I focused on my wins.
Right. I want to say a lot of times in stressful times, it's really when something you can't control, you feel is controlling you. Pretty
Wow, that's
much
deep.
it is. I mean, it's just
Say
how
that again.
it's just, well, when like things you can't control are actually controlling you from how your reactions and how you are thinking about it, and you've packaged it where it's stronger than you. And this situation, it's just something you can't control.
I love the way you're putting this. Can you put it into an example with, like, let's say people wanting to get healthy?
Um, well, really, well, no, it just goes with the self-doubt and everything. And you're
Mhm.
just really thinking whatever it is, like, I can't
Hold on a
do this.
second. Are you relating it to in here?
I don't know, kind of, I guess.
I
A
think
little
it's I
bit.
think it's
I
cool that
guess
you're
I
sharing
could.
that.
I could relate it to this.
Does that feel relatable
Well,
to you?
yeah, but
Because
I can control this,
what's going on
what
is
I'm doing, but instead of letting the stress of thinking about what I'm gonna do control me, I'm just coming in here and attacking it. I'm just doing it and we're crushing it.
do not be afraid to be you.
Yeah,
Do not be afraid to fail. Do not be afraid to make mistakes.
that's right.
That would be my tips, my coaching tips for this week, or my personal tips this week. You gotta like just do what's like you just said. Just get in here and let it go. They're gonna let us know if they hate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's fine. Let me know
Yeah, if you want,
what.
let us know. We can, that's the whole point. It's hard to hear that, but I know if somebody says something, we got to listen to that. We got to
Yeah.
see what, and not everybody just
Mhm.
do what,
Just
uh,
do the right
do the
thing.
right thing. Yeah. Don't be too harsh. We
Yeah.
know we're learning.
No, it's
But
fine.
we're really grateful for the opportunity that you took the time to listen to this
Yeah, thank you guys.
podcast. We really have a desire to inspire people to get
Mm-hmm.
healthy. And we just want to tell you in the background what's going on in our life because I know so many times on the internet, it looks like it's easy or it looks like life is
Oh
perfect and
yeah.
life is
Yeah,
great. And getting unplugged here with you is exactly what we wanted to share is it is not perfect. It is not always
definitely.
easy. But when you've got a desire to inspire, that's what gets us in here
Yeah.
every week to say, John, look what's happening.
That's right.
1,108 pounds. More people are hearing this. More people are sharing this. More people are learning this.
And hearing this on getting the feedback, that's the
Yeah.
fire that lights my desire to inspire.
Whoa.
Look out.
Mic drop. How did you like this Saturday? You are a completely different vibe.
Well, I like this better to do this, and I'm all pumped up from the from our meeting, and this was just great.
I couldn't even listen to the last episode. I sounded like stressed out or I sounded
Yeah.
like uptight
I just wasn't on my A game.
on your A game. Well, how awesome that we can talk about it and
Hmm.
realize, like, all
Hmm.
right, that one wasn't the best.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I unintentionally didn't really,
You don't hit a home run every time up the bat, all right? Put it
right.
that way.
Then there was almost like pressure since that episode 10 went to like 6,500 views. We were
Yeah,
like,
I'm like, and
whoa.
that's what I was saying. Well, now I gotta
And
try to keep it
you
there
know
and
what?
not put that stress on
I
myself,
think
I
that
think.
impacted you.
Yeah,
I
too.
think that affected you last week where you're like, whoa, now what? But I say these things to you, and I know you don't always hear me when I say, don't think about it. Just go in there and be
Yeah.
you and just don't worry. It's
I
all going
had
to
a
come
lot of
together.
I had like a lot of other like work and different things and pressures and time. I had so much on
Thank
my
you for
mind.
how hard you
I
work.
couldn't I couldn't really 100% have my head in the game last week. But
And that's okay.
yeah.
We were here for it. And I'm loving that we just got back in here and we're learning even about ourselves,
Oh yeah.
how to do
What
things better.
works?
Give me
Yeah.
one of these
Give
hearts.
me that little
I'm
community
just
heart
saying,
there.
this has been good for us.
Yep.
We hope it's been just as good for you.
I hope so. And you guys have a great, great week.
Yeah, we want everybody to eat their plants off. We
Hmm.
don't have class this week, but we got a lot of work to do on the house. We've got some
Right.
projects going on. But I'm going to be around at Plantspiration. Please
Hmm.
follow us on social media and
Yeah.
remember to like, subscribe, share, and continue to be the inspiration the world needs to see. It's
Yeah.
never too late to feel great.
That's right,
We
man.
love you guys and thank you so much. We'll see you next week on another episode. We made it to
I
12.
know.
Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We're so
Seriously,
grateful.
thank you guys.
Have a great day.